Subscribe to the Dumbass Podcast for some nerdy news.
Alright, welcome everyone to the Dumbass Podcast episode 5000 Coronavirus. Today we have our local members. We got Michael and Marcus in here. Justin and Chris aren't here, and also Ryan's here. I don't know why they're not here, but they died from the coronavirus. Actually, I do know, yeah, they're dead. That's all that happens are.
Yeah.
No, not really. Today, obviously,
They're dead to us.
They're dead to us. Today, the biggest topic is going to be the one that's going around the world, and I know a lot of us aren't going to talk about it just because I'm sure it's annoyed every one of us at least a little bit in some way. But it is the biggest thing that's going on around the world. It's not like one of those fake, the freaking World War stuff. This is actually, legit stuff that's happening, that's going on throughout all of our lives. It affects every single one of us. Every one of us dealing in some way. So
can't buy toilet paper.
Instead of actually having a topic on that, I would like to just say, if anybody wants to state what they think of it right now, you go ahead.
You know what? I would actually like to address a comment we got. Somebody was complaining we were taking it too lightly.
Yeah, go ahead. Someone commented on the video.
Oh, yeah. It just somebody was saying we were taking it too lightly, and no, we are. We're not I feel like most people are way overreacting, but there are little measures that you can take here and there. But no, it is terrible, and it's just there's no use in panicking about it, really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of just like the common flu. It has the same symptom, and it's still bad and all that. But really, all you can really do is just stay clean, stay hydrated.
It's standard practice, really.
Yeah, it was just silly because these are things we should have been doing all along. Why does it take this for us to realize that?
It takes a virus for us to
It depends on how everybody was hygienic or how they did keep themselves clean more often.
Now they are. They see that oh shit.
Gotta wash my hands 30 seconds per fucking hour.
Honestly,
That's all I gotta say.
I wonder what the toilet paper thing is over.
Supposedly you get diarrhea if you have it.
Yeah, but how much toilet paper does a house need?
All you need to buy is 3 packs. Stocking up on toilet paper isn't going to keep the coronavirus away from you. You need to use soap.
How much does one person shit? I mean, come on.
I don't know, man. Greg does it a lot.
I get 1 diarrhea per day. I try to keep track of it in my calendar.
I seen a good news article where some psychologist was talking about, once you see a few people doing something, they're like, oh my god, they're buying it, so now I need it. That could also be a big factor in all of it.
Now, the hand sanitizer thing, that's what I'm more upset about than toilet paper and shit. Because, I would like that more than toilet paper.
That one makes more sense, at least.
No, I'd still be angry if I had no toilet paper, though. I can't wipe my ass because of y'all.
Y'all
gonna do me like this.
We gotta buy Japanese toilets so they can wash
baby wipes.
They get a bidet.
They knew. They're like, hey, we're prepared. Press a button and wash your ass. That's all you need.
Yeah.
It's
better get ready, man. The people gonna be rushing in stores that toilet paper.
You know what really sucks, and I've been reading about it and seeing things over it, is people who have kids who can't get disinfected wipes for their babies and stuff like that. That's what's killing right now. My fiance sent me a post about this baby, and this is a legitimate post. This isn't just a post that's trying to get attraction or anything. About they actually ran out of baby wipes and that kid got a rash.
Jesus.
It sucks. It's come on, you gotta think about others first. The kids first, man. Especially babies.
Or is America the only one doing all this stocking up shit?
Yes, because I wanted to go into this subject earlier before we started the podcast. I have a friend who I used to talk to her a lot. She ended up moving to South Korea, and she married a guy over there. And she's been
Cool.
posting about how their shelves, because she lived in Arkansas, she's been posting about how their shelves are fully stocked. Like they have toilet paper and masks, and no one's panicking over there. And to put that in perspective, as I told you guys earlier, it's the third most contaminated country thus far, and they're not panicking.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
Keep them
actually
calm
really.
about it.
Oh my
Scary, man.
god! So America is literally the only country that's doing all this crazy shit.
Yeah,
I
because
actually
America.
I don't think so because my fiance lives in Canada and they're doing it over there too. But I'm just saying,
Oh,
but Canada is like the least infected right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just weird to see countries that are fully infected handling it much better. I mean, if you look at China's rate, it's going down over there. They're actually destroying some buildings they built. They like built extra hospitals to contain more people, and they're just actually breaking them down over there because they don't need them. They're just
Yeah.
They
handling
could.
it.
They could use it for something.
They're handling it
Yeah.
Yeah.
much better. Yeah, they're handling it much better than we are, which is very odd.
I'm not surprised. People are encouraged. Like I said, like I've been saying, man, people kind of conditioned to just react to things, basically, not really think about it much. Just, oh my God, I got to, whatever.
Um,
Yeah.
Here's one for you guys. When did you guys, and you guys might end up saying something of the sort of like, well, I never did, but if you can,
Mm.
when did you notice that, oh, hey, this is actually kind of a big deal, and if it's not a big deal for you, a big deal around the world? What made you,
When Michael brought it up.
when you saw it, did you
Sorry.
see something
What?
specific? Did you hear something? What?
Like what? What's the What's the question for? Like,
The
When did
virus.
you realize the virus was actually a big deal? And it doesn't have to be a big deal to you, but just like it was around the world, it was a big deal. What did you see or hear that made you think or know that?
I wasn't even aware of it until like our first episode when Michael brought it up. So
But
I'd say probably about the first episode of the show.
but
I don't pay attention to the news.
but did
So,
that make but then again, did that make you think, oh hey, that was a big deal? Or did that make you just aware of it? I'm asking what made you think, okay, maybe this is
oh,
what making people panic.
that's pretty much it. I mean, even now that I've gotten here some, I'm like, oh well. I mean, it happened with Ebola too. It was started over in Africa or whatever, but it made it over here in a few cases. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
kind of expected it. So yeah, I pretty much had the same steady reaction to it.
For me, it's for some reason it just kind of felt like it's been on here for a while, and I don't know why. It just felt like it's been here for a lot longer than it actually has been, and it's just no, it's just it always seemed like something you should worry about, but as long as you practice all the basic hygiene stuff, just keep clean, healthy, and all that. I
Again, just
honestly
general
don't
practice.
think, yeah, I just don't think it's too dangerous for people our age. But I think it only affects people with poor immune system and people who get sick easily, all that shit.
I have a
And
funny
people
story when I
elderly.
can.
well, I kind of shrugged it off when I first heard about it. I mean, there was this chance that it was going to make it here to America, but I wasn't worried about the virus. I was worried about the reaction. And of course, my prediction was right. We're
Yeah.
treating this like it's the Black Plague. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I honestly just, I just give up on some of the American people's mindsets because
I
there's
shared
like
I
it's
shared
just
the
so.
thing yesterday.
Yeah, that comment.
Go,
I saw
Mark.
comments on your post too.
Yeah, I was going. Yeah, I was
And,
Men in
like,
Black.
this shows how much the media has really warped a lot of people's mindsets,
Yeah.
and I just really hate that this is how we're going to react to anything that happens. Anything that's bad that could happen, this is how we're going to fucking take care. We're going to panic. We're going to cause people anxiety, and
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
ruin everyone's mindsets, and this is going to be a domino effect.
It kind of
When
Yeah,
this
sucks
man.
too.
coronavirus does leave and we're back to normal, no one's going to learn their lesson.
No.
We're just
They're
gonna
not.
keep.
They never
We're
do.
gonna keep doing stupid shit, and
It's just
that's it. That's all I gotta
it's
say.
ironic
Yeah.
because in one of
yeah.
our other podcasts we talked about how the world reacted if we found aliens, and we're kind of most of us, if you go back and listen to it, I mean, sure, a lot of us talk about panicking, people change reaction, but honestly we all gave the benefit of the doubt, but now you really think, oh hey, no, we would panic.
If anything happens,
We would panic. I mean, this is something significantly smaller than aliens, and look at us.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it just
Like,
dude,
sorry.
like this is supposed to be more survivable than the flu.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Just
there's
the
a lot
regular
of
flu.
cases. Yeah, because the flu has a lot more death rates, supposedly.
It's much higher.
Yeah.
It's much deadlier.
I'm not sure how, I haven't done the numbers, so.
And it's just the way. Just imagine if the media reported more on recovery rates, and they went to they just went on to report on how what the coronavirus is. Here it's here. Do not panic. Could you imagine how much less panic? I remember, no. I think pretty sure the panic would still be there. It would
Yeah,
still
People
be
kind of
there. But
not
like,
listen.
yeah.
But I think
Want to
CDC is
panic.
doing a good job
Ye-
trying to
Yeah,
keep people calm.
exactly what Michael's saying. I saw a post where they talked about the CDC was talking about how, just like everybody's saying in this chat right now, follow the general practice. But then the media's like, oh, death time.
Yeah, basically. Oh,
I don't watch the
you
news,
gonna
man. I
die.
do not watch any of it.
Yeah.
I watch it when there's a storm coming, and that's it. I watch no regular news.
I don't either. I gave up on news. It's like I only watch local news, Little Rock. That's I watch
Yeah.
that more than anything else. I mean, Little Rock news is always like something small going on
Yeah.
here.
I usually only watch anime.
There's another
I
there's
have,
another topic I do want to talk about that like covers Arkansas still, but I'll say that for later.
Yeah.
I have a funny story to offer related to the virus to kind of lighten up the mood, though.
Go ahead.
Shoot.
My brother went with his fiance to visit her parents yesterday. Which is just kind of what they normally do on a Sunday because they live like 5 minutes away from him at most, and they have barricaded themselves into their house. Like they would not unlock the door to let my brother or their daughter, my brother's wife, into the house.
That's everywhere.
Jeez.
It's okay.
It's ridiculous.
Surprisingly, though,
You go
sorry.
ahead. No, you go ahead. I'll say mine after.
Surprisingly, though, there's still a lot of people out and about, and I'm very happy to see that. Like they're just
not
like
panicking.
they're not panicking as much. I do hate that jobs are closing down for people, and that really
Especially
sucks 'cause that's
bars, man.
affecting-
We have a friend
Yeah.
named Lewis who works at a bar, and he's been getting shut down from work every night now.
Jeez.
Yeah, and this is affecting the stock market.
Yeah,
which
I'm
I'm more worried about that.
and
but,
that's going to cause, in the long run. I mean, how long it's stuck? It's going to affect all of us in a bit.
That's the crazy part. It's like that's why I said the other day. It's like it's not even the virus doing that much. It's going to be
The
that much
people,
long
they're
term.
going to make it so much worse. Eventually,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if, because Marcus, you work in that area. Ryan, you sort of work in the area, so you might end up getting kicked out. I work sort of in the area too, so I wouldn't be surprised if all of us lost our jobs or did some work from home shit.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't tried to send us home. Because just think about it. The drivers go out to multiple stores.
Which is what I do now.
We get the truck. Yeah, basically. And there's like 13 of them, so I'm kind of surprised they haven't, been like, hey, said something, I guess.
Which kind of goes on my next topic, I want to say. Since I go to like 15 to 13 stores a day, I've seen it all. I've heard and I've seen it all. I've even had some funny instances. I remember I was at the one store and and I know the people watching this won't get it, but some people in here will get it. I saw an Ethel type woman
Oh my
at the
God.
store, and someone was coughing, and the woman was, "Ooh, nasty child, ooh, nasty child."
Ooh, Michael, help me.
Oh God. Oh.
But I heard that, and Another thing is I've seen it's like not okay. It's like a ghost town, but not in a sense of there's a lack of people, but just how everybody looks. I mean, when I was
Yeah.
doing a stop at Walmart, I saw 50 and 60 people wearing masks.
Yeah.
It was so strange to me. I've never seen something like that before. Which, by the way, masks don't help unless you're sick. They even said on
It's
CDC,
not.
so that's weird.
Yeah. I mean,
I
a
got
lot
the
of
Like
people.
you, like you said, like
The,
you see one person do it, everyone else will
yeah,
do it.
the disease is
Yeah.
not airborne.
Yeah, but
Nope.
I think
Huh.
they're worried about inhaling like people, other like the sick or whatever.
Yeah, but still, it's like,
I
come
think
on now.
that's why they mainly wear masks. But, I mean, I don't know.
Also, I kind of talked to, I guess I won't say the name, but I talked to someone, they know who it is, about the whole race thing that's going on right now.
Oh
Oh.
yeah.
That's extremely fucked up. Like, I'm seeing it at
Yeah.
stores where they'll attack an Asian person, like, walk 10 feet away from them. It's like, dude.
Attack them? What?
No, like,
And this is
Yeah.
another thing that
distance
I
themselves from them, stand 10 feet. I'm not talking
Oh,
about just, they'll stand close to a white
oh,
person or a black person,
I
but
was,
if it's Asian, they'll stand like 10 feet away. It's like, dude, that's fucked up.
I was gonna say, are they running up to him
Yeah.
like, "Hey, screw you! You brought me a virus, you dumbass."
and
Basically, yeah.
that's the one thing that I also just made me just completely just like I've always said there's dumb people everywhere. Like when I heard
Yeah.
the United Kingdom thing, this one guy beat this one Asian guy, United Kingdom, like that really shocked me because United
Yeah.
Kingdom is the last place you would expect something like that to happen. I'm like, just
Yeah.
I mean that's
Yeah.
not to mention I heard that the minister is not taking the virus seriously.
In the UK,
And yeah, and it's worse right now. It's really bad in the United Kingdom right now,
I
from what
heard.
I've heard. And
We
I
have a
was like, what the
guy,
fuck is
we have
what's
a guy in
going
the
on
UK
over there? Are
post on
you,
their thing, man.
yeah, like did the stupidity of Americans get to you guys or something? What the fuck is going on? Like,
Yeah.
It's
Like the Big Brother syndrome or
the
whatever the fuck
person.
they call it.
Yeah, the person God damn it, in either Cuba or something
Question.
like that, he got infected, and then the Canada the Prime Minister, his name's Justin. That still can't get it out.
oh,
His Prime Minister's wife got the virus. So of course, once he found
Really?
out his wife had the virus, he flipped out and shut down all the airports over there.
Oh, she.
But yeah, it can get pretty serious. They tested our president for it, and of course, he didn't have it, but someone around him had it, so that's why they suggested he get tested for it.
so what do you think? Do you? So let me ask you guys a question. With this whole stock market thing, do you think it will bounce back quickly once everything's back up and going?
I think so.
Maybe. I mean,
could.
it could take a while. But I'm not sure.
If you invested
Yeah,
in
it'll
toilet
probably get
paper or
worse.
hand sanitizer, you're probably rich right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
Germax and freaking toilet paper.
Comes out the fucking wazoo fucking thing. Fucking
Yeah.
there.
Also, I have a
Oh, why I said
question.
wazoo.
A part of this thing. If you guys could estimate a month of when you think this will all be over, what month do you think it'll be? Or even a year, if you think it's going to be all over in a year or 3 years or longer.
I think I'd say around midsummer or maybe July, and
Yeah.
the economy will come back up slowly, not quickly, but slowly. It depends how everyone's quick to go back out spending money in certain stores. Stores are opening back up in places, and
I mean,
I
I
would
think
say
they'd be
June,
really
July.
quick. I think people would be really quick to buy stuff after the whole thing dies down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got two.
I'd say it would die down like around September. I don't know. How is
Oh,
you
Well,
feeling about
in
it?
terms of how the virus's power goes down, I'd say June and July. And
Yeah,
by
true.
then, we'll probably have something to stop it. It'll still be here, but not as bad as it is now.
Yeah, like just
I-
something that stops spreading it.
Here's the thing
Or
to look
something like
at.
that.
Yeah, here's the thing to look at when it comes to that. If we're anything like other countries like China and South Korea, then we should be getting better relatively soon.
I'm saying, my grandparents, I mentioned here maybe a week or two ago. I'm not sure if maybe I did at all, but I'm going on a cruise in late June, and my grandparents have been, steadily talking to their travel agent woman. And she said she figures, this is probably gonna blow over here within like a month or two at most. I mean, they brought in all the ships that were out, and they're gonna stay in port until I think May 1st. And in the meantime, they're gonna be like deep clean scrubbed, and yeah. So I think it'll be fine by then. I'm calling May myself, but yeah, I don't know.
If it takes,
this,
the longer it takes, it's gonna just make things so much worse.
Yeah, because this virus is so it's very weak when you really break. If you take out the elderly, it's the common flu.
Yeah,
so
that's what it is, man.
I mean, I don't understand how modern. I don't understand how modern medicine is not stopping this.
I thought about that too, but they said it's harder to treat than the flu because something about it's a lot smaller and actually attaching to our enzymes or something like that. Like it's instead of just being its own cell that roams around, it's actually attached to us. So that's why it's so hard to treat. It's not untreatable. They'll eventually find something, but that's just the reason why it's so hard for them to find it right now. But I also had that thought because I'm like, we're not the only country looking for a cure. There's like fucking every country right now is looking for a cure, and there's some pretty good fucking sciences out there, man. You would think at least one of them. They're all in a race to find out, Americans, they got the fucking Nobel Prize to look forward to if they get that. They're gonna be rich.
Yeah. Shit, I want to do it now.
Low-key, I kind of wish I did. Or, Jesus one day find out that your blood was the cure.
You be,
with your blood, we can donate to everyone.
You be Will Smith from I Am Legend. There you go.
Oh.
That's what happened in that movie. That bear was, infected with some kind of half zombie vampire thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And he realized there's something in his blood that cured it. So.
All right. This leads me to, let me read here. Okay, this leads me to my next question. I was actually talking about this the other day. Okay, what would you guys do if all of a sudden you were just at home, you saw it on your phone, TV, whatever you look at first, and you noticed first coronavirus patient turns into zombie?
That reminds me. That reminds me. I'm gonna send you guys. No, it's too dark. Never mind. Zombie apocalypse. Wow.
But how would you guys react? Would you just shrug it off? Would you laugh?
Semi-trip, but I'd be like, kill him.
And let's just cremate all of dead bodies. And boom, no more zombie apocalypse.
In the okay. In the term of just conversation, what if it started spreading? Let's say they're like, oh, they didn't stop the patient. This is starting to get spreaded. Zombies.
Yeah. Kill them.
Just kill it's a lot harder than that, but
that's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry. What else can I do?
That's true, but I'm like, what would your reaction be? You just sit would you just be shocked?
I'd be shocked because zombies can't exist. There's no possible way unless the virus from The Last of Us actually does get that strong.
Yeah.
Because that virus actually, that thing actually exists, which really shocked the hell out of me when I found that out.
Yeah, it mainly affects ants, though. They just did it to it's going to affect humans. But if COVID-19 or it manages to combine with that could cause a zombie apocalypse something like that. Who knows?
I ain't got to worry about killing.
What?
Go.
Oh, I was gonna say, Michael, you better get your fucking crossbow out. You better get that shit back.
I got my sword. Shit.
Yeah.
Didn't you give that sword to Justin?
No, I haven't no sword.
Oh.
You're gonna be Takio and fucking Call of Duty zombies, dude.
Yeah.
I ain't got to worry about seeing too many passed away family members. About half my family got cremated, so I'm good there.
Yeah. I say it's just get 20 kills, get a call in a nuke.
Yes.
There better be a pack-a-punch machine. Sticking my dick in it. Watch
Oh,
Ju-
jeez.
Justin will be the fucking teddy bear. In terms of conversation, Greg can be the hellhounds.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fetch me them souls, boy! Every time you shoot them, go
Man, who would
Oh,
be the crawlers though?
I got a topic right quick. I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay.
bring it up now.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Midgets would be crawlers.
I was talking to my coworker about, people in Arkansas, and I didn't think about it until now, but there have been a lot of disappearances in Arkansas, well, Little Rock like itself.
Yeah.
And I remember just thinking about like a post about the missing people, and I'm thinking like, well, where are these people disappearing to? Like, where are they? Like, how are they like just getting kidnapped off the streets, and not many people really notice like that?
I mean, they notice, but just the
If
the whole response. They have to wait 72 hours or something, or it's 24, whatever. But that whole rule, they have to be certain amount missing for a certain amount of hours before they can put it in. Those.
that is weird. I mean,
It is weird. I mean, there's a lot of cases where trafficking.
I was about to
is still
say,
going
sex
on.
trafficking is what I always turn to when that happens. Like,
yeah.
that's usually the
Yeah.
case.
Oh God.
Which is something we should
I
really
once.
get a hand up because
Yeah.
it's a very big problem in a lot of countries and a lot of places everywhere, and
Yeah, they were apparently
it's
trying to.
terrible.
I'm sure you guys seen they were trying to sue Pornhub over that. Apparently, there's a lot of sex trafficking on Pornhub. People being forced
Yeah.
to make videos on there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I
surprised
was
Pornhub lets them stay like that.
Go ahead, Ryan. What are you trying to say?
just gonna say I won't go into detail, just on the off chance that this girl happens to ever hear this, but I actually used to know a girl who was depressed, right?
Mm.
And I remember she was talking about. I was trying to calm her down over the phone one time, and she was telling me that about how she knew some people who were in trafficking, and she was going to have herself sold off or something like that. I was tripping. I was like, "What the?"
Dude,
Never
no.
happened, thank God. It never happened, thank God. But yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wait, was it a prank or something? I didn't.
I'll tell the full story outside of the recording because it's kind of private stuff. But yeah, basically, she was depressed and she was threatening to like sell herself into trafficking or something like that. I was like, Jesus. I was like I said, it never happened, thank God. But yeah.
That is not a good
I mean,
threat for yourself.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I kind of knew someone like that too. She said that she went through trafficking. I'm not sure what happened. Like, she told me about it, and like, just I don't know.
That's so
Just
fucked
seemed
up, man.
kind of.
God, people are
Yeah.
fucked up for that.
Yeah.
But you,
But,
yeah.
you know the guy. You know the guy from the '70s show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who played the dumb guy?
Michael Kelso on that show. His name was Michael, but yeah, it's Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. He's trying to fight it off. He's doing really well too, and
I'm happy.
kudos to that guy.
More people need to be doing that.
Yeah, we
I'd
need
have to
more
go
people
full.
like that guy.
I appreciate the diplomatic approach for what it is, but I would have to go full vigilante on that. Just freaking kill some people, and just kids, track them down and kill them. Basically, Batman, but killer.
Yeah.
So, Flashpoint Batman.
I was gonna say Flashpoint Batman.
This is kind of going back to the first topic here, but I just on a little rant right now. It's like it's kind of weird that we're kind of seeing on news, but it really tells you what people think about first. And I'm in no way of saying like, oh no, that's not a big deal, but still, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
When Tom Hanks got it, everybody's panicking. They're like, oh no, not Tom Hanks. Which I love Tom Hanks. I love his movies, and he was good. We all love
And people
Toy
need
Story.
to realize,
But that's a
he's gonna
person.
recover.
He is a human being. Of course, Tom Hanks is gonna get the virus. You're next to
Really?
virus. I'm sure we're gonna see a couple other people. It's bound to happen. You're probably gonna be like, "Oh, Britney Spears is on the news. She got the virus." Yes, people, she got the virus. Let's hope she recovers. We don't need to make that into a news article.
I'm really grateful that Betty White is okay though.
Yeah.
See, something like okay, actually, you know what? I'll cut it back a little bit because I'll cut Tom Hanks slack just because he has diabetes.
Oh yeah.
And the CDC says if you have an underlying disease like diabetes, it puts, it's even a bigger risk. So I'll give him
Yeah.
slack for that, but other people, for that matter, just because you're famous doesn't mean you deserve more attention if you have the virus.
Really.
Well, fucking Hollywood probably has the cure for it right now. And
And
just like,
this,
oh, boom, yep.
yeah, and this will be my last question about the virus, and then we'll finally move off the virus. Okay. If you get contaminated, what are you gonna do? What would you
Sorry.
do?
Quarantine.
Would you tell
Yeah.
anybody?
Well, yeah, I would
Would you
contact
seek
everyone
help?
I was in contact with.
I have to seek
Have
up
them get
immediately.
tested. Yeah.
Like I get officialized, but past that, I'm pretty much gonna stay in my room until it's over.
Yeah. I mean, I usually do that anyways, but still, I would do
Yeah.
I bel- um. Let's, for the matter of sake, if they were ever to be like, okay, well, we need to quarantine you.
it.
Like we talked about this in the other podcast. If you get quarantined,
Yeah.
it's not like a hell show. It's not like they're coming there like throwing you in a bin and you're just hell. You get to do what you want to do. They get you the food you ask for. It's a pretty overall good experience.
Well, it depends on like what the country's
Yeah.
from, though. Because like, I don't know about America. I don't know if they'll take care of us if we get quarantined. But if for some reason they do that, and like, it'd be pretty good.
Yeah,
But
especially if you don't have insurance.
oh yeah, no, I'll probably have you have to ask if you have insurance first, and then
You have insurance?
just say no.
Nah,
You
you're
just gotta
dead.
get self quarantine. Yeah.
Hold up in my room and be like, hey, just pass me my food through the window or something.
I swear.
Just blend it up and stuck it down the straw, and I'm just chewing it.
My only concern, like, I'm fine with having it. Seriously, like, I don't think I'd panic or anything. Because, like, you guys keep saying it's just like the flu. I'd be cool. It's just my only concern would
Yeah,
be
really.
like, oh, hey, well, are you guys going to fucking fire me now?
Yeah, you gotta, just find some kind of comfort, make it as comfortable as possible and just kind of ride it out, basically. I mean,
As
just
long
like
as
anything else.
my company didn't just fucking fire me. Because, like, oh, you're new. You don't have much sick days. Well, I got the virus. I'm going to die.
Boom.
You want it? I can
Surely they
come
Want
give
a
it
wouldn't.
to
spray?
you. Or even, Red Bull for that matter. Or anywhere,
Yeah.
anybody worked. If, Marcus, you're at Caesars and you're like, oh, I had the virus. And they're like, well, you don't have that many sick days. It's like, dude, okay. Everybody who gets pizza is going to die. Well, not die, but get the fucking virus.
Do you want virus pizza? Because that's how you get virus
Coronavirus.
pizza. A new topping. Jesus.
Oh,
Extra
God.
creamy.
Ew.
Gross.
You know,
Shut up. Oh.
I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen soon, but I just hope this stuff passes over soon because it's not even the virus that's annoying me. It's
The
just
people.
it's the people. Like how are we supposed to keep people sane when every person in the fucking world, like all it needs to do is it can have been anything, like it, and people would just freak out and not try and stay calm. Like,
Yeah.
I just, my goodness.
Apparently,
I just
I
hope
I'll
it
tell you
doesn't.
what.
I hope people can, afford rent for people who can't. Like I even saw someone
Yeah.
who just got a job. I have him on our friend list. I even screenshotted it. But they got a job at a temp person at Disney, and that's shut down. And another
Yeah.
person who also started work for a traveling company, and they get paid for every time they go to a different country or something, but that's shut down.
Yeah.
It's just, it's gonna hurt everywhere. It's just gonna affect so many places. Anything that's local. You own a restaurant or a bar, you're gonna lose money. You work at a bar or a place like that, you lose money. People who
Yeah.
are at
My
Walmart have to work the new schedule. They can't do the old one, and that's gonna hurt them.
Yeah. What I'm wondering is what they're gonna do for that for the people who can't afford the movie, all that. So, when did they just get like 3 months trial? One.
Yeah, I've seen
And again,
various.
Like rent.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I was about to say I've seen posts on Facebook, but those are usually not. The ones I'm seeing don't
Always
look like they're accurate.
accurate.
Where they're like, oh hey, people aren't gonna have to pay their rent for this, they ain't gonna pay for internet, which would be so nice. It would be great if
Yeah.
that. I don't think it's true, but that's the thing that I wish would happen for people.
Mm.
and again, most of this is not necessarily because of the virus itself. It's
It's the
people
people.
overreacting and doing damage to where they have to put these things in place. It's like, you idiot.
You know how you always see in
Yeah.
those movies
Just
or
open a foot. That's it.
those memes, those movies, everything, how people who live in those stock market buildings, when the stock goes down, they jump out the buildings and shit like that. It's like, we're nearly there. If you keep on doing this, we're gonna get
Man,
there. We're gonna get
it's an old
there.
phrase.
The
It's an old
stocks,
phrase that says art imitates life and life imitates art or something like that, right?
yeah,
Mm.
we do not need to go into a Great Depression. We really
Oh, we
don't.
don't.
We really don't need it right now.
I don't
I mean,
think
people put
that's
it there,
Like,
like
but they're panicking.
we don't, or even if we didn't go into Great Depression, we don't need things to get any worse than they are currently. We don't need to panic. We don't need to let stocks get down.
Really don't.
Yeah.
Because it's just gonna get, it's gonna make things so much worse.
Mm.
I highly doubt we'll reach that point though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully, this
Yeah,
bubbles all
most
soon.
likely not, but still, it's always a fear. But
I don't think
like
we
the
will
coronavirus, you
either.
don't have to take it lightly either.
There's this one dude in the Doomsday Debunk group on Facebook who's really scared about going into the Great Depression. It's just like,
No,
there's
we're not
like,
probably
I
not
mean,
going to it. We're probably not. It's gonna
Probably.
be
like
a
Probably
little.
not.
it's just not. I just don't see how it's going. Like I know we're like stock markets are going down, but like there was a
Yeah.
lot more that caused the first Great Depression.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Like
exactly.
there was
They had
wars.
fucking dust bowls and shit like that back then, dude.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like right now, stock markets are going down, but there's way too much that we can do to prevent it, even with the virus, to like go that far.
Yeah, I'm
Like
sure.
it's
Like generally, it's not gonna get that bad. I'm sure things are gonna suck. Like there's gonna be a few sucky things. I mean, obviously,
yeah.
we're not gonna be able to fucking wipe our ass at the fucking moment.
Poor
And then I'm sure
Greg.
I'm sure the stock markets are gonna go down and companies are gonna lose money and there'll be a few closings and that's gonna suck for people. But it's not gonna obviously get that bad to a Great Depression. Yeah, I'm just generally here saying that it does suck that the things that are happening, suck.
It's not even the virus. It's just
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
But if we're smart and we pull the China and South Korea things where we realize, you know what, this is a virus, we're humans. The only thing we need to fear is fear itself. We can get through it. We'll survive.
Some JFK action. Oh wait, that's Roosevelt that said that.
I don't fucking remember, dude.
No. Here you go. My little Men in Black video. A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it.
I loved it. And I also love that Joker statement too. I don't remember what it was, but that one was good too.
Gluttonous society.
He's right, man. Look at him.
You're crazy.
True.
Yeah, I could even see, that kind of happened in the first Batman movie. They start spreading that
Yeah.
fucking scarecrow shit around.
Mm. Never does.
But
Like if I tell you what, I got a question to pose for you. I mean, no, I mean not really, but like just on that note, it's like if like 2 months ago, if I would have, if somebody would have told you, hey, all this is going to happen, that's happening now, you wouldn't believe it. You're like, nah, probably not. You know,
yeah, yeah.
the,
I probably would
the
have said
Ebola
that.
thing was like because like the Ebola thing was more serious, and there was even a few cases over here as well, just like this, but people still were like, meh. Like why is this any different?
More so joking about it. But I don't know, man. I guess that's just how it is.
So
That topic took us forever, but I know it's a world thing, so
it's
it's
popular. It's what's
understandable.
popping.
We'll see
Yeah.
how things are by next week. I don't think
Yeah.
things are going to improve that much by next week, but hopefully, if they at least
At least
improve
level
so
off.
much, we can try and get off this topic that we've been talking about. But we'll see.
Yes.
It's just yeah,
Hopefully.
it's a highlighted one, man. It's a highlighted
episode.
one.
You know, you want to look at it this way. This could be used as a lesson for like a lot of
Oh.
people in the future. Hopefully,
I hope.
I just like I mean, in the Doomsday Debunk group, I want to go back to debunking asteroids. All right, that's what I want to do. Like
Okay.
that was a lot better, easier to do than just like talk about this virus thing. Because like, there's not much I can tell a person like to stay calm. All I can do is like stay calm, wash your hands, stay off social media. I deleted Twitter. Like I after this, the World War III memes that almost got me to delete it.
Mm-hmm.
But after this, I'm like, yeah, I'm completely done with you crazy conspiracy theory motherfuckers. I'm done. Like I'm just I'm
Yeah.
deleting. Like I don't want to deal with anything with Twitter anymore. And I'm gonna be on Instagram from now on because I have far more enjoyment off of Instagram than Twitter somehow.
Yeah.
I don't use either apps.
And
I
Snapchat,
get
like
it,
I forgot
bro.
Snapchat even existed. Honestly,
I created an Instagram so I could follow some football players. That's about it.
but yeah, it's just come the next month. We just gotta hope for the best. Hopefully things improve. Like hopefully the shutdowns do stop the virus and spread even further. Like I'm
Yeah.
not sure how many other places around the state closed down. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Like
almost everywhere because my sister, she lives in Clinton and they're closing over there, and that's about 2 or 3 hours away. And people when I go to stores to visit, I hear, sometimes I travel, I go to Bryant, and they're like, oh well, these are closing over here. I'm like, oh wow.
I'm glad Barnes and Nobles isn't closed down because I need some books to fucking keep me just occupied.
I actually visit that store, by the way.
The one West Markham.
Yeah, I coach that one and deliver over there.
Hmm.
But yeah, hopefully things get cleared up, and there's also a return time for people who go back to school, so there's that. Speaking
Yeah.
of which, I know we're dragging a conversation, but just think about how funny it would have been if we were in school and we were all trying to like Skype for a class. Like especially Greg's like, damn it, my internet won't connect.
Craig, you getting that for class?
God damn it!
I gotta admit though, talking about this whole situation does like make me feel better. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like again, it wasn't the virus; it's just the people. Like I'm just
It's people. They're stupid.
like
Yeah.
again, I really huh. Go
Oh
ahead.
no. No, I want you to go ahead and finish because I'll start on another. It's a subject about what we're talking about, but go ahead, so I can go on the
No,
next one.
and like, the stop thing. I'm worried about the economy, how all these shutdowns like going to affect places. And because I don't like, I mean, I just started working like a year ago because I was unemployed for like a while, and I'm getting my own money, and all of a sudden this happens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me ask you guys a question: should we worry more about the like stock market, or should we just
I think
chill out?
so.
I think so because it
It's
affects us all.
the stock market. Like yeah, it affects the rich mainly, but on the long run, it depends on how long it drags. If it drags for a while, it will affect us. But if it doesn't, then we're okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, because
if it drags on for a while and stock market's still down, then that means businesses go down. Businesses lose money. Business can't use money to hold up their stores, so they have to close
Yeah.
down. They do. Marcus, you didn't work there, but we worked at Fred's. They started closing down Fred's all of a sudden because they couldn't afford to open stores, so they kept trying to close a few until they're like, we can't have any of them open, which will
Yeah.
happen
Yep.
if we drag this on. And this is
Yeah.
obviously, and Marcus, you're one of the biggest people about this. This is obviously not causing any fear. This is most likely not going to happen. I'm going to
I
say
don't know.
98% chance this is not going to happen because within a month or two, people are going to be like, we're going to be like China and all them.
Yeah.
You know what? This wasn't so bad.
It's like,
But
oh yeah, remember that?
I'm just saying, if for whatever reason I was on the wrong line, that's what usually would happen. But it's
True.
not going to happen. But that's what would happen.
because I don't know much about the stock market or economy like that. I just know I work, make money, and I work at places. I go buy my stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll have to add
Oh,
something
go ahead.
though. We should be worried about the virus, but only be worried about spreading it. If you get it, try not to spread it. Obviously, you don't want anyone else getting
yeah.
sick.
Definitely inform people. That's a big thing.
Yeah. We gotta
I was
worry about
surprised.
it's not spreading
Like,
because
because my local area, I'm very surprised because I guess Arkansas's mindsets are different from around the rest of the world because they're just, I see a lot of people still on the streets driving, going to stores, going in to buy pizzas and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, what?
Yeah, I was like,
Give you an idea about things. Oh,
what was that?
I was just gonna say my grandpa actually pointed out to me today that, at least to his knowledge, there's not been one like homeless person reported with having had this flu, this corona.
mm-hmm.
Well, they're supposed to be like some of the most disease-prone people out there, and they haven't. There's not been one reported case of them having it. So, I mean, how common is it? How difficult is it, really?
I was just gonna say, uh, hopefully this one will close it out. Is there anything that got shut down to you guys that disappointed you?
No,
Nothing so far.
I'm surprised.
Actually.
I'm actually surprised, Marcus, you're not saying E3.
Oh, that. Honestly, man,
yeah,
I'm not. E3 being gone, I've personally lost interest in E3.
That's fair. That's
And,
fair.
I feel like it would be kind of good for you though. You know, it's like, hey, we'll give you guys a break. You know,
if it
I'm
makes
not surprised that. I'm not surprised that
which car wants to show.
Not surprised that the convention got shut down. I kind of figured that was a matter of time, frankly.
Yeah.
Now I know the anime con. That's something I'm disappointed because I was actually going to go this month. I was actually planning on trying to take some off days off for that.
Me too. You know what? We have friends, one of our group chats who actually took days off and not gonna be able to take off days for the next one. So it really sucks for that to happen, but that's
Unless
life.
unless they do reopen when coronavirus thing, unless they decide to reopen it. Because there are times I think that some people will, like some big events, will try to make up for it and open in a later year, maybe.
You know what? I'm generally surprised that E3 well, not the public, but I'm surprised they didn't do like video shows because Nintendo and PlayStation don't go to E3 anymore. Well, Nintendo really never did. Nintendo does directs. They do things digitally, which that's probably really smart right now if you think about it. But I was like, when I saw that news at E3 closing, I'm like, okay, Nintendo does it like that anyway, so I'm sure everyone else will be like, hey, let's just follow Nintendo's format and do things digitally. But they didn't. They just, instead of posting games that day, they just held it back. They're not announcing anything. I'm really shocked about that. Guess we won't hear anything for a while.
I feel like E3 is a little bit more about playing the games and showing, and then after that, showing games off.
Because usually that's where they release characters for Smash and stuff like that. But I guess my guess is they have something in the making right now. They have something in the background they're thinking about. Because otherwise they would have released some information, or Nintendo would have been like, okay, hey, we didn't have E3, but here's your reveal. It's like, but they didn't. So surely there's something else they're all planning right now.
I remember I had a buddy in high school who wanted to plan like a big trip to go to E3.
I remember one of our friends we mentioned on here, Greg. He messaged me a couple years back wanting to go do that. He's like, yeah, we'll get a ticket and we'll go. And I was like, yeah, okay, we can do that. And then
we could do it. Isn't it in like Texas or something?
I don't know where it is, but I'm up for it.
Somewhere.
It might not.
I really
we
want
could do
to
it
go
sometime in the
sometime
future.
to E3.
Before we have kids.
PAX East. I think.
Yeah, that'd be
sometime before one of us starts having kids.
Yeah. I'm excited. I would love to go. Especially we talk about it all the time. I'd love to go to the official Comic-Con. That way we see movie trailers, TV shows first. We can meet fucking Tom Holland and shit like that.
Yeah,
awesome.
But I saw a post that made me kind of feel good in the chest that I think it was Trump or someone else posted about. And he was like, once we overcome the virus, because he was saying, I want everything over 10 people to be shut down, blah, blah, blah. It's like, once we overcome this after a few months, then the world could have a huge celebration. And to me, that kind of, to thinking about if that were to be reality, that would actually be really cool. Because I told you, Ryan, that I always see movies, and I told a couple other people too, when I watch World War II things, and after they won World War II, you see how all America was out in the streets, giving kisses to random strangers and all that shit. And I was like, man, I really wish I was there to experience that. I want to see what the world's like
Just
when we all
the
connect.
nation celebrating.
That would be so cool to see,
Or
like,
the world
every
celebrating.
like, we're most likely not going to happen, but it'd be so cool to see the whole country. You just go to the store and everybody's happy. And they're like, oh my god, we did it. We beat it. That'd be so great.
Yeah. That'd be great.
We kick that virus ass.
Probably won't happen, but it will.
Kicked it in
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's a good dream and nothing
It'd be
else.
pretty cool. Basically,
That's
just
crazy house
party taking over the whole country.
Oh, guys, the creator of the Doomsday Debunked group chat on Facebook, I actually talked to him about the economic thing, and he sends me, it's not much of a big deal. They recover after dips like that. Sorry, it took a while to work. Okay. And I first found out about the Doomsday. I'm sorry to completely go on the direction about this.
I won't forget
I first, because I first discovered this when I looked up about the whole asteroid colliding with Earth thing, and I found his Quora, and he debunked the whole thing. Now, I didn't know that this whole group chat thing was a group about the Doomsday debunking was even around. It really surprised me. He posts a lot of his stuff on his Quora. I don't know, Quora.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, cool. Why is it when I try to pronounce? It's kind of everything. Surprisingly,
yeah, it is. But that's what I know for mostly is like question and asking and answering.
I know what it is too from Ryan.
Yeah,
so I know what it is.
He used a lot.
The economy is strong. We also have governments and international bodies acting to prevent that. There is a risk of a recession, yes, but it's more likely just a reduction in the amount of growth. It depends on how quickly we bring it under control and stop. China has done various stimulus packages.
Exactly. This is what I was saying earlier, man. If we were smart about it, everything would be okay. But if we let it drag, then we're just gonna make it worse. We just gotta all come in here and be smart about it.
It's like, what do you think happened after we got out of the first Great Depression? Do you think they didn't try to take some kind of measures to, prevent that from ever happening again? Think about it. They don't want that to happen again. They want their money.
It's like that old phrase they're saying.
Like I said, go ahead. Sorry,
learn from history, it's doomed to repeat it. Thing.
Oh yeah, history repeats itself.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was gonna say it earlier, but I forgot to say it. But I'm glad I can say it now. It's kind of cool because if you think about it, this will probably end up being in a history book.
That's what I said to my coworker.
It's cool, they're gonna play. You see memes of like, our kids are like, Grandpa, what was the coronavirus? And you see toilet paper PTSD. It's really gonna happen.
Basically,
it's really gonna be like, oh god. Well, that was a time where everybody in the world was actually fucking stupid, and we thought.
Hey, at least their butts were clean.
We injected ourselves with toilet paper to stop the virus. I guess.
I would love to tell because my nieces and nephews have no idea what's going on with this whole corona. She knows about it, but when she gets older, it'll probably just disappear from her memory.
They're telling us grandkids about the virus in the future.
Yeah, dude, I saw a fucking meme that it was saying having sex cures coronavirus, and I'm like, what if that was true?
I fucking wish. I'd be curious.
Lay down with me, Greg.
I'm gonna call this one on Justin, and he's just like, well, I'm just fucked in. I'm just fucked.
Yeah, that's
I'm just fucked.
I want to continue actually reading this what he posted, if you guys don't mind, guys.
Go ahead.
China has done various stimulus packages. Various other governments have done the same, including the U.S. China is pretty much over it now and has restarted its closed factories to its top priority. The IMF, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. IMF had just released a $50 billion emergency fund, $10 billion of it at zero interest to help struggling economics. The World Bank has announced $12 billion of grants and low interest loans for low income countries and loans for middle income countries for immediately support of any COVID-19 country response. I did not know about that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
there's measures in place, man.
I'm sure someone in the comments will tell us what.
Yeah, probably.
Trump, he sent as much help as he could, sending funds and stuff. I drove by earlier in the morning when I had some stops. I drove by UMS and I saw that they have a new lane for coronavirus checks, so that's cool. So you can instantly go get checked if you need to, which I recommend.
Yeah.
If you have symptoms, go get checked. That way you can be like, oh shit, well, be aware I touched this area, so go disinfect that, please.
Mr. Gregory, go get. Go disinfect him.
If you don't know the symptoms yet, just look it up. It's basically the same as the flu.
Yeah, sore throat, cough, serious cases, hard to breathe.
Yeah.
You know something?
It could cause diarrhea.
I actually have those, but because of sinus drainage.
Yeah.
You what?
I said I actually have those symptoms, but it's because I'm freaking everything's starting to bloom outside. I'm starting to get like sinus drainage issues. In case you can't tell my
that's
voice.
what I was about to say. Because I woke up having like I had it around like doing like my 2 off days, and I was really thinking like, there's no way in hell I could have this damn virus. It's impossible. Really? And I slowly started getting better. Started getting better. I have a couple like stuffed nose like right now, but it's like it's.
Yeah, dude,
different.
I had a runny nose this morning. Like I said, when I was at one of my stops, I was holding my sneeze just like, man, if I sneeze in public, those people are gonna think there's something wrong with me.
That's what I was saying. I was at work like, man, I gotta hold it in, or I gotta hold it in.
I was coughing.
I hate holding in sneezes like this, bro. Like,
I had to do it too. I was stalking the freaking magazine for a second. I was like, man, I sneeze, it's over. Cause
I was loading the truck. I was loading the truck today, and the drive. I coughed a little bit, because I got when I sleep, the phlegm, from my nostrils, whatever goes down to my lungs, and gets stuck. I got to cough it up,
Mm-hmm.
And I was loading a truck, and I did a little quick cough, and the driver was like, "Hey, no." Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I said it earlier with that Ethel type person. Oh, nasty child. It's like, I don't want to be that person, I don't want.
Oh, Michael, I need a China mask.
I swear to, I know this is gonna, I won't go too into it, but I swear, if we were back there, they'd be racist. That's the place, those people, and Michael, you know what I'm talking about. Those were racist ass people.
Yeah.
They would have instantly,
and
you know who would have said some shit that would have pissed you off.
Yes.
That would have been,
actually, I would have just started coughing on them.
I would have actually,
cough on my head.
I actually passed that person the other day. Driving to go get my sister from work. I freaking zipped in front of her. It was kind of funny.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh wait, I zipped in front of them. I shouldn't say who it is.
What? Okay.
But yeah, we're already at the hour mark.
We've
any last final thoughts?
This has been a vent.
This has literally been a
special episode.
This is
venting session.
This is like the coronavirus episode. It had to happen though.
Hey, I got a better idea. I got 2 things I want to say. Number one, we're gonna get through this. We're gonna stop this. Like, this is gonna pass. We've been through. Like, I kept telling one of the people in my News Andy Brown group, 50 million people died to the Black Plague. How the fuck did they come back from?
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I kept thinking back to that. Like, when I was thinking about this whole coronavirus thing last night, I'm like, 50 million people died to the Black Plague, and the whole world bounced back.
Yeah.
Like,
people, man.
Then another person posted something on Facebook through all of the I think I actually saved that photo. Hold on. Let me look for it right quick. Yes, here it is. The 90s mad cow disease outbreak. The SARS virus epidemic. The H5N1 bird flu pandemic.
The swine flu, the Ebola, man.
Swine flu, Ebola.
Yes. And
Smallpox.
what makes people think? I mean, I know we have a hell of a track record. We're lucky as fuck, but come on, like at this point, this is 2020. We can bounce back from this. Like every time something happens, we panic. Like it's like this is like it. This is like
This is the end of the world.
yeah.
Exactly.
Like oh
Hey,
my god, I
And
watched the.
I was just gonna say, I hate that, and I'm sure you see it all the time, Marcus, because you're in those type of groups. I hate. Oh my, actually, I really don't think I should talk about it, but I'm just gonna say it anyways.
Mhm.
I hate when shit like this happens, and they're like, "Oh, you better turn to in the because it's the end
You
of the
mean in
world."
Christianity, religion, Jesus Christ bullshit? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's
No
in the
offense, no
world.
offense to you, Zach.
And they'll like
No
comment
offense.
on it. They'll be like, "All right, this is that." Yeah, no offense to anybody. Like, I won't sit there and I won't tell you our stuff, what we all believe in, but we're not dissing anything. I'm just saying that is not the
No.
reaction we should
Speak for
always
yourself.
have.
No, it is not.
Yeah, we're all speaking for ourselves. We're all speaking for ourselves. I'm not going to call anything,
Yeah.
Marcus. But I'm just saying that is
Actually,
not the reaction anybody
No.
should have. No one should ever say just that. Like, if that's what you believe, go for it. Like, yeah, but that's not the solution. You're just gonna make people panic by saying it's the end of the world every
Right.
time. Every time something like this happens, you see a volcano and they're like, "Well, this was in the Bible." It's like, okay,
bro.
that does not mean that it's in the world. Like
Oh,
that
It's
shit.
not the
Okay,
fucking rapture.
if we're getting on that topic, there's like several things that happen in that section
yes.
that all lead up. Not all this shit's happening. Everybody sees one thing and they're like, "Oh, well, look at this." They're like, "Oh, there's a volcano 30,000
I
years
hear a lot.
ago. There's a volcano 30,000 years ago. And there was just an earthquake, 20 years ago. And
Bro,
now we're having
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
That means the symbols are all leading up." It's like, where are you getting this fucking math from, dude?
Let me tell you guys like something right quick. I'm sorry if we're dragging on. Actually, I wouldn't mind if we went on for a little longer with the podcast, but there's this
Yeah,
one
people
guy
have to.
in my group because we debunk Bible prophecies all the fucking time too. And it just makes me, you know what? It also makes me like realize how many false prophets there are in the world. Like, isn't it like in the Bible that like you should be wary of false prophets? No one
Yes.
knows the end of
Yeah,
days and
exactly.
shit.
There is. That's a
But
big
yet
thing.
people keep on predicting. So you
And-
yourself as a Christian is going against scripture. So why
Dude,
are you doing it?
I'm gonna say this, and
I'm not-
Ryan, everybody who knows religion, the one thing they state about that, the one thing, and I'm not getting religious at all. You can believe what you want to fucking believe, but in the Bible it says this: no one man will know when it happens. So if you're sitting there guessing, you don't know. None of us know. No one on this planet is gonna know when it happens.
Just gonna happen.
And if it
That's gonna
happens,
be it.
and if it happens, it might not happen if you're not religious. You don't believe it, probably won't happen. But I'm saying, if it were to happen, and if the Bible and all that shit was true, you're not gonna know. So stop guessing. Stop saying this is leading to this, blah.
Yeah,
Stop.
it's
'Cause
because
that
you got
puts
one.
fear. That puts fear. That when I was a kid, and I used to see that. I used to see people. When I saw it when I was a kid, I could have been a part of those groups, Marcus. Because when I was a kid, and I used to see signs like that. They just scared the fuck out of me. And that's the one thing that bothered me when I was inside. Because they always like, well, you're gonna burn. It's like, dude, you're not making me want to go. You're actually terrifying,
Yeah,
giving me
people-
trauma.
Yeah, people doing that to kids, like it's
Stop.
the reason why you know what, we should save this for like a whole different topic. I'm just gonna say one more thing too.
Hey, what?
What was this guy in Doomsday Debunked? He comes to the group all the time, daily almost, with these like end time prophecy scares, and like he's a prime. I can use him as a prime example of why. Like, I'm not saying religion is bad, but the way people they teach it to children and how some people are like unknowns of this whole Bible stuff really just strikes more fear. And and I think this is the reason why America is more prone to panic, is because of like how some Christians are, like how people were brought up to like believe a lot of these things. And when it's something like, I used to have a security guard who was like that. I wish I would have went off at him more on those days, because he gave me the stupid, the weather is getting warmer, kids are acting crazier, it's all coming together. Like, where the fuck was that in the Bible? Kids were
Yeah.
getting killed in the Bible. What the fuck are you talking about,
But
bro?
Yeah,
that shit right
boy.
there drives me. I can't stand that. Stop looking toward that.
Mm.
But
And
once you
And
finish
when,
out, I'll talk about one last thing that's completely unrelated, and then we'll close it out. But you can go ahead and finish.
yeah,
I'd like to say one thing now.
What?
go ahead, go ahead.
For our Christmas party this year, we should get each other toilet paper, just as a joke. But hey, remember that?
Yes,
That's
yes.
hilarious.
Well, it's
There you
definitely
go.
not going to be a
Yeah, that's
surprise.
telling. Like, I went to the end of the world to get this for you.
It's like those little $1 rolls at Walmart or something.
Okay,
Mhm.
real quick to close this out because we're going way past an hour, and YouTube does not like uploading like that. And Marcus, you have YouTube, so you know how. I don't know actually how long it takes for you, but I have slow internet sometimes, so it takes me a while. But close it out.
Yeah.
Any food you guys wish you had right now?
Pizza, tacos, spaghetti, lasagna.
3 tacos
Pizza sounds
or
good.
nachos, like beefy night. I tell you what, nachos, but with like taco meat on there, and like cheese sauce and everything over like some Takis. There you go.
I could really go
Those are good.
for Hideaway's pepperoni pizza.
I knew it.
Double the
I could
pepperoni.
really go for some
I had to buy a homemade pizza tonight, so I'm good on pizza actually.
cream.
Oh, one more thing, and I hate to keep going, but I just wanted to like say
Oh,
something
look at
else
that.
real
We're out
quick.
of time.
Oh,
Go
shit.
ahead, go ahead, man.
No, never mind. I'm gonna say it for next time, bro.
Yeah, go ahead and say it. You can write it down even if you want to.
Oh, don't worry, I'll remember.
Go ahead and answer though, Marcus, to close it out. Is there a food you wish you had right now?
Shit, I don't know because
Probably tired of pizza.
daily. Yeah, oh my god, so tired of it. I remember that one. Remember that day we had came over to go to Hot Springs and we had Little Caesars pizza, and the next day went to a fucking Pizza Hut, like a pizza place, like a Hot Springs. I was like, wait, if I knew we were doing this, why didn't we have some of these?
Dude, that's my life. But yeah, I really don't get tired of pizza, but I do want a pizza right now.
Yeah, same.
But
all
right, guys. This was like Ryan said, it's a special episode. We'll call it coronavirus special or whatever.
Corona venting.
Also, just very quick, I saw somebody on Overwatch that had the COVID-19 gang as their gamer tag.
Of course.
Everything will be okay, as Marcos saying. Just stay calm, follow the CDC rules, and everything will be okay. Everyone, we're gonna get through this.
All right, people.
All right, everybody, say your byes.
Bye.
Peace out.
Go get some pizza for me.
Stay
Pizza
calm.
time.